right there. Bees. Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. Just got in from checking the bee yard. First check of the 2021 spring season. It is not a nice day. It is not a day to be checking bees at all. 20 degrees out, 5-degree wind chill factor. 5 minutes ago, it was an absolute blizzard outside. You couldn't see anything. So I wanted to go through real quick and let people know what we do for the start of our spring honeybee season. We've had great fortune the last 3 years of wintering bees here in central Michigan. Just through some observation and checks through some nice weather here in the past 6 weeks, it appears that we have wintered very well. We did just get back from one of our big yards. I was happy to see that we only lost 1 out of 21 hives. They did look a little lighter than I would like them to be this time of year. They did seem very active. There was some good brooding started. Those bees do need to have syrup on them here very soon. So anyways, wanted to go over a few things here at the house, and then I'm going to check some more bees tomorrow and we'll take some video of that. Right now we are heating up some water. Those are buckets of high fructose corn syrup that I need to liquefy. They've been stored in my barn through the winter, and so we're just going to go ahead and put those in a hot water bath. Usually with corn syrup it only takes 12 hours or so, and that's right back to a good liquid with that. I wanted to show you guys real quick what we will be putting on the hives for the first check of the year. One of the things we use is our grease patty here. Powdered sugar, vegetable oil, a lard substance that's melted with that, and then that also has terramycin. We use that as our foul brood preventative, and that's worked very well for us over the years as well. I usually just start that with a half of a patty, just because hive sizes are kind of relatively small right now. And then we may go up to using a full one as needed. I do start our mite medication early in the spring. Traditionally, I do not use commercial purchased mite medication in the springtime, and I run these oxalic acid towels through the spring and summer. I change them out as I need to, as they look like they're getting used or worn. We simply make those with oxalic acid solution, and each towel, this is actually a half a towel right here, each towel has 25 milligrams of oxalic acid on that. I took the time this winter and made up all the towels that I need for the whole summer. And then the last thing we use, which is right over here, is just a pollen protein patty. I just ordered mine out of Man Lake. That's a 40-pound box right there. I used a half of a patty to start with, and I just set that right over top of the brood chamber at this time, and they use those readily. I try to get about 4 or 5 treatments of those through the springtime. So that's what we're getting after today. My plan is hopefully to get through 4 of my big yards here this weekend. The weather is not real favorable. However, timing wise, I have to get going and have to get started on these as soon as possible. So that's just the start to our 2023 season. I hope to share some of our experiences here with everyone through the springtime and leading up into the honey season. So stay tuned, stay with us. We'll have a little bee work videoed tomorrow. Have a great day. Working this bee yard. It is, again, not the most beautiful day to be working bees. The day started out at about 16th, little wind chill, but actually it's going pretty good, and the yard looks pretty good. Let's show this real quick. Bees are light, they are going through feed, they are brooding. And we'll open these ones up over here. Pull that bottom one out again. Grab the handles. Ready? 1, 2, 3. There. Take that one if you want. So we're just cleaning out bottom boards here, and we're just scraping them. Scraping them out there. I'll put these back. We're gonna feed this one. You can see they're broken their cluster. No smoke on them. Alright, so we put one pad down below. We're going to put 2 pads up on top. And again, these are our mite treatments here. And our pollen patty and our grease patty. And that's what we're going to do there. And here, hold that. Please. You can move it on. And we'll put our winter super back. I think we're going to steal out of that one. So I'm going to steal a few honey frames to give to a few other hives that were pretty light. Let's head right over to this one. Thank you. That one's empty. Absolutely nothing. Okay, these ones will stick back in here. Alright, so we'll leave that running and we're going to go and do right over to the next one. So, that's just how we start things out in the spring. They will devour that pollen patty in probably a week, if not shorter. We'll be back to replace them soon. That one also is a little bit light, so we're not gonna borrow any honey from that one. Good looking spring beehive. There is brood in there. Let's Patty, hold that. Let's see if we come around this side on the sun. So there is capped brood there. I do see eggs down in there. There are eggs down in themselves. That's a good looking brood frame. Okay, so we'll set the stuff on. So this winter super is full and heavy, and we are going to borrow a few frames. This hive here was extremely light, almost no honey in the super, so we're just trying to supplement a little bit. There's not a drop. There's a good one right there. Right there. Bees sucking the syrup. That's a good looking spring hive. Okay, so we finished this one up, and happy to see 21 turning the electric fence on, getting that time of the year where our bears will start getting excited. So anyways, happy to see 21 out of 21 hives made it through the winter here. So they are definitely lighter, a little small-ish. Gave them some feed. The sun's out, and getting a little bit of nice activity here already. It was cold when we got here. This is one hive right here that I'm a little nervous about. Pretty small. So we'll keep an eye on that one when we come back. So everyone, heading back home from checking 2 big bee yards today. We have gone through 60 hives in the last 2 days, and I'm very pleased that we have 2 hive losses through the winter. Unfortunately, both of those losses were due to lack of feed. Unfortunately, both those hives basically starved out. So it looks like we had good mite control through last summer and fall, and definitely hives look good through the winter time and coming into springtime. Would definitely say that hives are a little bit on the smaller side. We've had some colder, snowy weather in the last month. That's probably kept them a little bit slow yet. They are definitely active. We definitely have brooding going on, and you can see where bees are certainly using the resources available within the hive to manage the brooding process. In some of the video you may see where we switch some super frames around. I know some of you may cringe at the fact of shaking bees and opening beehives when it's 19 or 20 degrees. But those bees were active. Those hives were warm. Fortunately, it did warm up to 40 degrees today, and the forecast for the next week is supposed to be potentially to 50. So I felt good about that. I definitely think our activity today saved some hives. Certainly a few of the hives were extremely light, yet they were very, very active. And they are using a lot of resource right now coming out of wintertime. So certainly happy to be able to get to them today. 2 or 3 more weeks could have been crucial for some of those hives. So probably be I've got one more hive, one more yard yet to go through. Hopefully get to that Tuesday, and that'll be all of our bees. And that'll probably be another 2 weeks before we get back to replenish syrup and protein patties. We should be seeing a significant change in our spring weather and available resources to bees here in the next 2 to 3 weeks, and look forward to some of that natural pollen intake as it comes. So I wanted to thank everyone for tuning in as we start the spring bee process of 2023, and look forward to having you guys with us through the summertime. Thank you.